talking about Wrestling Society X years.
Okay.
Take us back to it. It was, kind of short lived, but fans still talk about it to this day. What do you remember about it?
I mean, it was such a dream of Kevin Kleinrock's. He had this, he was just so creative. And we've been friends for years. He's actually like my business partner, semi-manager right now. And he has Masked Republic, so he's doing all this stuff. He's responsible for my comic book series. And he asked me, please help me. Be my guy, commentary, agent, everything. All these guys, the talent was insane, but the concept of the structured violence, the electric fences, because we were all fans of FMW, that shit was awesome. The exploding this, the exploding that, the piranha tank, all those things. I mean, that was like a horror movie, man. And we loved the fuck out of that. We did the exploding coffin, all that kind of stuff. It was great. It was so ahead of its time. I don't, I get in trouble. I used to more than now. Now I really don't care. But at the time, it was like, if there was no WSX, there would be no Lucha Underground. I'm sorry. But I think it was a big mistake that didn't get a push. Yeah, for sure.
Talk about your matches with X-Pac or Six-Pac back then. Talk about tombstoning him into an exploding coffin.
He called that. We had met and we had become friends, and we're good friends now. I don't have his number here. I would call him. I love him. I really do. And we didn't really interact a lot together in the business. We became friends kind of outside of the business. And I respect him so much. And he's a great guy. To me, we've been friends. There's never been a rocky moment in our friendship. When we got to work together, he was like, I want you to beat the fuck out of me. Let's fight. And I was so nervous, because of who he is, because when I had started wrestling, he was already in Japan as a lightning kid, right? 1, 2, 3 kid. And, he was doing all the martial arts kicks and the dives and stuff like that. And then when I found out I was going to wrestle him, I kind of got, marked out because I tried to copy him. He was an influence. So it was cool. And he called almost 90% of it. All of it was him.
Any memories of working around Teddy Hart?
It's Teddy's fault that I have to smoke this thing. He caused me so much PTSD. The way you see fucking Teddy Hart wrestle, I mean, sometimes we'd be in a restaurant or in a bar, and Teddy he'd have his shirt off. He'd have that big Run DMC chain on and his Elvis glasses and in pajamas, and he'd fucking moonsault off the roof. And just because I think that Teddy is at his prime was one of the best in the world, hands down. There wasn't anybody doing what he could do. The only thing that is sad about that is there were so many people around him that didn't point out he needs help. He's got mental health issues. And it's not a joke. And it just got to the point where he lost control. And I think him losing control was a good thing for him so that he can get a way to turn the noise off for a bit.
What was it like locking up with some former ECW talents like, say, New Jack?
Freaking New Jack. Me and New Jack were fun. We got along all the time. And we used to joke around. I'd be, hey, brother. I said, I'm fucking sorry for slavery, man. Just don't fucking take it out on me. And he would look at me and say, what the did you just say? It was like, and he would just start laughing, and we would laugh, and then I was, white boy this, white boy that, the whole fucking night. But the ice was broken, and we became friends, and we went to Puerto Rico together a few times. we worked in LA, worked in Philly, we worked a lot of places together, and we were really cool, man. And you know, we used to eat together. You know, wrestlers really don't hang out with each other, but we would make a point of in Puerto Rico pretty much every day. And you know, when he started to drink a little bit too much, I was like, bro, do you want me to help you out with this? And he was like, you know, no one's ever said that to me before. So we kind of bonded in a distinct way. But God fucking forbid you're on his bad side, boy. Oh my God. I was there for almost all that shit that you see on those highlight reels. I watched it and was like, this is something, there's something else here.
TitleMatchNetwork.com